If you live in Houston or you are considering moving to Houston, this video is for you. Today, we're breaking down the most recent numbers for the Houston real estate market and what they mean for you, whether you already live here or you're potentially looking to buy, or maybe you're thinking about selling your home. The Houston Association of Realtors just released their June 2025 market update. So let's dig into what's really happening here in our market. I want to start with the big picture. So in June, single family home sales jumped 12.5% year over year, with 8,588 homes sold compared to 7,637 sold in June of last year. That's the largest monthly increase we've seen so far in 2025. Inventory also hit a historic high with 38,713 active single-family listings, up 31.8% compared to this time last year. We saw 16,815 new listings hit the market, which was a 13% increase over the 14,879 listed in June of last year. Pending sales were up though, rising 10.1% with 8,500 homes going under contract. This does show us that both buyers and sellers are active. Realistically, last year in 2024, many sellers were moving because they had to, due to job relocations, death, divorce, or other major life changes that they had to leave Houston or something like that. This year, despite little reprieve from interest rates, we're seeing more lifestyle-driven moves. Many homeowners are choosing to sell even with their 3 or 4% mortgage rates, or potentially they're keeping their current home as a rental and moving on to something that better fits their needs, whether that's the area of town, the size of the property, or something like that. Despite all this activity, prices have remained relatively stable. The median price stayed flat at $346,651, while the average price rose 4.4% to a new all-time high of $450,235. That increase was largely driven by the luxury segment. Homes priced at $1 million and up surged 40.6% in sales. We also saw strong gains in the $500K to $999,000. All right, let's talk about inventory. Houston now has a 5.4-month supply of homes on the market, and that's the highest level since 2012 and well above the national average of 4.6 months. So what does that even mean? Months of inventory tells us how long it would take to sell all of the current listings that are currently on the market if no more homes came on the market and homes continue to sell at the pace that they have been for the past 12 months. So a 3 to 5 month supply is considered to be a balanced market, and anything above that starts leaning in favor of buyers. That means more leverage, more choices, and potentially more time to make a decision as a buyer. For sellers, that means that you need to price your property correctly, make sure it's in really good condition, and marketing is more important than ever. We've spoken with several homeowners over the last month or so who either didn't sell the first time that they listed or they're looking to reposition their property. Some are offering seller paid rate buy downs to make their listings stand out, helping potential buyers lock in a lower monthly payment than they'd find at the house next door. This can be especially effective in neighborhoods where there's still new construction or there's multiple listings that are competing for attention. In June, buyer activity stayed solid even though some online traffic numbers dipped. Showings were down slightly, about 3.2% year over year, with just 185,000 total showings. Listing views on JR.com dropped significantly, down 46.3%. That was due to enhanced bot filtering and security protocols on the website. Meanwhile, open house activity surged. Over 42,000 open houses were held in June, up from 35,000 in May, showing that there are still serious buyers out there and looking in person. The townhome and condo market continues to soften. Sales declined 4.4%. The median price dropped 4.6% to $230,000, and inventory climbed to an 8-month supply, the highest that we've seen since 2011. So if you're shopping in this category, you definitely have some room to negotiate. If you're selling, you definitely need to be very strategic. All right, so what does this mean for all of you? If you're buying, this is a really good market right now for buyers. It's probably one of the best we've seen in years as far as selection of what's on the market. There's more inventory, so that means you have a little bit more negotiating power and a little bit more time to make a decision. If you're selling, the market is still moving, but your home needs to be priced right and positioned well. Homes in the $300,000 to $700,000 range are still moving pretty quickly, and luxury homes are moving quickly as well. If you're just keeping an eye on the market, Houston continues to show strength and balance, something a lot of other markets here in the United States are struggling to achieve. If you've got questions about your neighborhood or maybe a specific property, shoot us a message and we are happy to help. Even if you're not looking to buy or sell right now, it is always good to stay informed. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll catch you on the next video.